All right, 1 2 1 2 in the place to be. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing out there? I am Frank Red. This is another edition of the In the Dungeon show, and it's a pleasure and an honor to be with you in conversation for the next hour to 90 minutes. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll get on a roll or we'll go even longer than that. But needs to say, there's a lot to talk about tonight or today, whenever you are listening to the program. Depending upon where you are around the world. Thank you for your support. Definitely appreciate it. Wow, where do I start? This has been an interesting week with regards to things that are happening on the various playing fields, the NBA, the NFL, college football, college basketball. The WNBA is kind of back in the news now. The Dallas Wings got the number 1 overall pick again, so they're going to get a good player to combine with Paige Beckers. Some people are speculating that Fudd, AZ Fudd, UConn star, will be Dallas's target for the number 1 pick. I don't think that's going to happen, but who knows? There are all types of rumors with regards to the depth of the friendship that she has with Paige and how that could play out. I have no idea. I don't really care about that stuff. But needless to say, when we look at the landscape of women's college basketball, there'll be another group of players heading into the WNBA. We might get into that if you have some questions or some comments about that, then we can talk about that. We first need to get a labor agreement. But at the top of the list, for 2 different reasons, the 49ers, 7-4, having a surprisingly good year by some. I thought they would make the playoffs, but they take on a hot Carolina Panthers team that aesthetically, when you look at them, no, they're not as talented as the 49ers, but they have been balling. I'm not a fan of many players. I like players, but I'm not a fan of many players. Generally, the guys or the girls who I like are more than their ability as athletes. I like Bryce Young. I like to see Bryce Young play well, to be such a young guy. You talk about somebody who has dealt with adversity in the right way. He was essentially benched numerous times and doubted whether or not he could actually be an NFL quarterback after being the number 1 overall pick. And he's getting it together. If the 49ers don't devise a scheme to put some heat on him, he's going to pick him apart because he throws a beautiful ball, particularly when he has a clean pocket. So the 49ers have to find a way to get this guy on the ground. He's not much of a runner. He's a passer, and he's an accurate passer. So while I think the 49ers should win and will win, do I think it's a cakewalk? No, I do not. So you got any comments about that particular game? The 49ers could go to 8-4 with their next game being next Sunday against the Cleveland Browns. And oh, by the way, we will get into that as well. The Cleveland Browns went to the Raiders' home and smacked them up 24-10. And beyond the score, it was the debut start, what we've all been waiting for. Shedeur Sanders got an opportunity to prove a ton of people wrong. That I don't know if he's going to be a franchise quarterback. I don't know. I don't have any pom-poms. You guys see any pom-poms? No. But the narrative that Shedeur Sanders sucked has been a bunch of crap from the start. And, there's a lot of egg on faces right now. One game does not make a career. But I'm a coach. When I look at players, I don't look at the end result. I don't look at these college quarterbacks. Oh, he threw for 19,000 yards. Who cares? I'm looking at the fundamentals. Shedeur Sanders, you can tell he's worked with Tom Brady because his footwork is excellent. He knows how to scan a field. The distance between his feet is proper. His throwing motion above his shoulders, over the top, looks like an NFL quarterback. So, I mean, a lot of people will say to themselves, Kevin Stefanski, what took you so long? Now, you could say that maybe Shador didn't do everything he was supposed to do in practice. I don't know. I'm not in practice. But based on what we saw this year, did you see the excitement of his players, of his teammates, when he took the field, when he played today? Can you imagine the fans in Cleveland right now? Everybody outside of that building just going crazy. This young man's going to get an opportunity to see what he can do. That's all he wanted. That's all he wanted. It's kind of dubious watching Deshaun Watson in the role as a tutor for Shador. And I didn't see the other quarterbacks going up to Shador helping him out. So, needless to say, there's a lot of drama there. So if you got some comments about that, are you excited? Do you think he's not good? Just build a thesis. Support your thesis with some type of fact. The statement, well, he's a fifth-round draft pick. Well, he's a fifth-round draft pick. Yeah, he's a fifth-round draft pick because he was under-evaluated. There's a lot of people that I respect who walk around with that statement in their pocket. And I'm like, really? Have you watched any Colorado games? Did you watch any games? Did you watch him when he had a clean pocket? Did you? If you did, you knew that the guy could play. I don't know. I'm just a Rams fan. That's what Chuck D said back in the day. So we can talk about that if you want to. Now, the other story surrounding the 49ers, which shocked many of us, Brandon Ayuk has not played this year. The likelihood of him playing this year, 50-50 at most. But the shocking news was, in January, the 49ers voided its guaranteed money for next year. Wow. Wouldn't that have been a story? Why did that come out now? You would have thought that would have come out in July. Now, there's two things going on here. Number one, maybe he's not living up to, step-by-step responsibilities of a professional football player. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on that. But that's one realm of thinking. The other is we want to get the hell away from this contract, from this guaranteed money, which is also very corporate, which is what professional sports are. And that would not surprise me. We've heard stories a gazillion times. Now, how would that affect Brandon Ayuk's actions as it relates to him going out on the football field? Well, get healed as fast as you can, Brandon, and come out on the field and play, even though you have no more money here. I don't think so. Not at that level. If you are, the third string tight end, the career special teams cat, yeah, you're going to be out there because you got to prove yourself every year. Brandon Ayuk has already been paid $48 million. As soon as Brandon Ayuk's guaranteed money was gone, or there was speculation whether or not he would actually get it, what do you think his agent was doing? His agent was on the phone talking to organizations that they know are interested in Brandon Ayuk. He don't want to be here, and the 49ers don't want him here. He doesn't like how he's being coached or managed, and the organization doesn't like how he is comporting himself. It's ugly, it's a mess, and they probably kept this under wraps as long as they could. I don't see a victim here. I don't see a winner. Well, you get $48 million and you haven't really played, you won. You won. He's been paid $48 million of his $120 million contract. So he's looking at how many years he has left and where he can go to perform. I don't like the narrative sometimes of when people leave Northern California teams. They take a beating out the door. Deebo Samuels was done. He had no more good football left. That's not true. That is absolutely not true. Sam Darnold, he's a career backup. He can't play. Yeah, he can play. Yes, he can. He can play. I haven't heard anybody really dog Hufunga, who's playing at like a Pro Bowl level. And Trey Greenwald wasn't really dogged either. Not that. No, he wasn't. I didn't hear it. But the 49ers have lost some good players. And I think Brandon Ayuk has good football left in him. But this whole cloud of controversy surrounding their wide receivers, and we have Juwan Jennings. The likelihood of Juwan Jennings coming back next year, what is it, 50-50? It's not high. So at a time in which the 49ers needed to button it up and have no loose squeaks of negativity coming out, there's that story there. When they got a Carolina team, they got to beat. So if they want to reach their goals, they need to beat Carolina. And then they got Cleveland on the road next week with Garrett. So the next couple of weeks could be pretty tough for the 49ers. I got so much to talk about tonight, but I got people on the line that want to chime in, say what's up, and offer some comments. I'm going to go to y'all, but I have a lot to talk about. I'll say this, though. Isn't the Jonathan Kuminga, Steve Kerr situation eerily similar to Kyle Shanahan, Brandon Ayuk? It's like we're reading the same story, just a different sport. Ossie Rules, what's up? He says, hi, Frank, how you doing? Bebop Jones, what's up, Frank? Go Niners, got a big game tomorrow. Mr. Goat, how you doing? Disappointing season so far for the Warriors being 9-9. Disappointing, but not necessarily for basketball reasons to me, because I know why they're losing. You know why they're losing also. The disappointment for the Warriors to me is Steve Kerr knew the third rail that he couldn't step on. And he stepped on the third rail literally like game 6 or 7. I'm not taking up for Jonathan Kuminga. You're being paid $25 million. No player likes everything that a coach does. Be professional, give 100%. But is there anything about Jonathan Kuminga that says in this environment he was going to do that? No, it's not. So he was somebody, especially going through what the Warriors did in the summer, that you had to deal with kid gloves, at least until there was some type of trust that was built up. The trust was broken after game 6 and game 7. That's disappointing. Al Horford going to miss at least a week for the Warriors. I didn't get that story. What's wrong with it? What did he do? Just sore? SGA, hi Frank, how you doing? What's up? Let's go, Frank. TG, what's up, my brother? Thank you, appreciate you. Billum 5518. Is that how you say it? Billum 5518. Yes, Frank, both situations are disgusting. Yes. Talking about 49ers and the Warriors. Yeah. And I'm going to say this. I was watching a video this afternoon of Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban is kind of back at the table now with the Dallas Mavericks. He's one of the decision makers. He was doing a podcast, so he's talking a lot more now. It's just kind of like, expounding on what it is to be an owner. And listening to this, watching this video, you got the sense that Mark Cuban kind of knows what's up, right? He knows how to talk to players. He knows how to run businesses. He gets it, right? I feel the same way about Joe Lacob. I mean, in a perfect world, if I could work and learn from somebody in business, Joe Lacob is one of those people I would want to learn from because he gets it. He understands players. He understands businesses. And I got to think right now, he's pissed. He's pissed. And if you think that Steve Kerr came out and said that he was okay with not having an extension, I don't really believe that. I think he's okay with the reality of it, but no coach wants to be coaching his or her last year without a contract. It devalues your power. It does. It does. Now, this is just Frank Red, using critical thinking skills and logic. You guys saw that inept play that San Antonio ran against the Warriors, 18-footer fall away from De'Aaron Fox. I don't think that, what's his name, Nick Johnson? I don't think he's going to be the guy who's going to lead the San Antonio Spurs to NBA titles. I don't believe that. I think he's I think he's getting through the middle innings, 6th, 7th, 8th inning, but they're looking for a closer. Intel, I have zero intel. I don't need any intel. The only intel I have is logic and critical thinking. I would have been a good lawyer. I have excellent critical thinking skills, and I understand logic. I don't think that Steve Kerr is knocking on their door. I don't believe that. I think Steve Kerr is locked into the Warriors. But if I'm the San Antonio Spurs and I have an opportunity to lead Wemby the next half decade, who would you want to have as a head coach other than Steve Kerr, if he wants to coach? So, I could see a situation where Kerr can look past Stephen Curry's playing career and maybe deciding what he wants to do. He's not an old guy. He's 60 years old. Just turned 60. So I don't think it's a far-fetched possibility. I think things are getting a little muddy here in Warrior Land. And if Kerr wants to work, he's not going to go to an average team. He's not going to rebuild the team. Being a front office person, he did that already in Phoenix. It's kind of boring. Calling games, yeah, he could do that and talk freely because he's won 4 championships. But he seems like a guy who loves basketball. He's a gym rat. So keep that in mind. But this Jonathan Kuminga deal, I heard Kerr talk this afternoon, and basically he intimated that he doesn't really talk to Jonathan Kuminga. I'm like, what? He talks to his medical staff. I'm like, aren't you guys in the same building? Aren't you on the same court? Can you say, hey, Jonathan, how do you feel? What do you think? I don't understand it. That lets you know that things are not peachy in Warrior Land. And from the players' perspective, they're pissed off because they're older. They need their young players playing quality minutes. January is a long time. You got another 4 to 6 weeks before the Warriors can trade this guy. You can get yourself in a terrible hole in a 6-week span. They need Jonathan Kuminga. And when he's coming back, nobody knows. And I go back to game 6 or 7 against Indiana or Milwaukee. I don't remember what game it was, but that was the game in which Kuminga was essentially benched. Played 24 minutes. He has not been the same. You go back to Friday's game against Portland, right? Know why the Warriors lost? And this is a gift and a curse of Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr kept Stephen Curry out of the game too long in the third quarter. We've seen that before. Am I going to dog him out about that? No, I'm not. Why? Because he's been dogged in the amount of minutes that he wants Stephen Curry to play. Playing him too much could have negative repercussions in terms of his health. I get it. But when I look at the fact that they had 2 days off, you had Saturday off, you had Sunday off, and you play Monday. Call timeout, something. But those non-Steph minutes, that's what you saw Friday night. The Warriors should not have lost that game. Stephen has won, 3-4 games for them already? He could have won that game for them on Friday. I didn't think that was Steve Kerr's finest moments. I would have found a way, even if I just got to get Steph out there to give me a couple of buckets and take it. He needed to be in the game during the third quarter. I don't know how you feel about that. Maybe you think I'm wrong. But I'm like, Portland is coming back. They need Stephen Curry out there. Why? The Warriors defense, they might have some decent defensive. The Warriors defense, perimeter defense is atrocious. God awful. God awful. You guys watch the games just like I do. You know the players who get drove by every game, every possession. Okay, thank you, Bill. I appreciate it. Frank is Bill. I'm from Larry's channel. Okay, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you stepping in the dungeon. Larry's my guy. Thank you, Bill. Horford will miss at least the next 3 games with right sciatic nerve irritation. Oh, I know what that feels like. That is no fun. And I'm not playing basketball anymore. So, if you're over 40, you've dealt with sciatica before. It is not fun. Frantic Rage, how you doing? He says, Frank, I can't believe how much Cal was embarrassed in last night's game. Didn't expect him to fire their coach so soon after though. Oh, listen. They fired Justin Wilcox because Cal could have miraculously won the next 2 games, got bowl eligible, won a bowl game, and all of a sudden you got people saying, well, we need to keep the coach. I can't believe he lasted 9 years. Gosh. I want to hang out with that guy. Justin Wilcox lasted 9 years as Cal's head coach. If that's not privilege and good fortune, I don't know what the hell it is. His record was 48-55. They have to pay him $10 million. What a great country. This is the greatest country in the world. I believe that, by the way. Having traveled around the world, I haven't visited all the countries. I've been to a lot of countries. And we don't always, do our best, but this is pretty cool. It is. Gwendocious, how you doing? What's good, Frank? How can Cleveland not start Shedeur the rest of the season? However, That would be very Cleveland of them to do so. I know. I mean, think about this. Think about this. Granted, Cleveland scored touchdowns on the direct snaps. Okay. They did score. What is this, like some new AI trick that Kevin Stefanski has? You're going to take the, I mean, dude, what are you, 2-8? You're going to take the quarterback out? A direct snap is that much more efficient than having the quarterback hand the ball off to the running back from 1 yard out? I mean, give me a break. I mean, you know what people are thinking? I'm not going to go there. But people are saying, oh, he doesn't want Shador to have another touchdown. Which, I mean, he's not that petty. Come on, this is a head NFL coach. But this is what people will think. I thought it was funny. I was like, wait a minute, this is crazy. Shador should be starting, if nothing else, it's the will of the people. You know? I mean, you know, like Who's Got Talent, some of these shows, the American Idol, and you got the audience participation. Who do you want to start? Gabriel or Shador? Wouldn't that be funny if they put that in a poll in Cleveland? It'd be like 90-10. Oh man. Aussie Rules agree. Kerr to the Spurs would release or would relish? Relish, okay. Spurs would relish coaching Wemby. Yeah, I think you help him too. Bill says, do you think Kerr can coach a team with a big man? Absolutely. And I don't consider Wemby to be a, quote, big man. I consider Wemby to be a really good basketball player who happens to be tall. He's not a traditional big man. This dude is literally, he is analogous to the first species from outer space that we see on Earth. Because I don't know if they will, I mean, maybe somebody will show up at our planet and have similar characteristics to us. I don't know about that. But Wemby, in a basketball sense, is that example. We've never seen anything like this guy before. The dexterity, the agility, the balance, the skill. It's really scary. I mean, it's scary. What's next is a 6'7", 6'9" female basketball player who can do everything like Wemby, and that's coming too. It's coming. You're going to see some young lady who's 6'7", 6'8", dribbling the ball, posting up, dunking on people, and just open up the stratosphere for women's basketball. I can't wait. Hopefully I'm alive to see that. I will be. I know I will be. Well, I don't know that, but hopefully I will. Bill says, no kidding, Frank. If he's not talking to Jonathan, what the hell is he doing? Sulking like this? You know, when Kerr's like this and, you know, it's just, yo, man. Steve Kerr has more power than any coach in the NBA. And you might say rightfully so, he's won 4 championships. Yeah. But what a dream job. I mean, there's some, first of all coaches are control freaks. And I include myself. All coaches are control freaks. The difference is most coaches realize that, you know what? There's only so much that you can control. Even though you want to control this much, you can only control this much. Otherwise, you get fired. Or the team will quit on you. Kerr's an excellent coach. He's an excellent technician, manager. He does so many different things well. But interacting with players on a personal level as it relates to basketball, he's even said that. He's been quoted. He said, you know what, sometimes I probably need to do a better job, communicating. Yeah, coach. Yeah, you do. At least until you trade Kuminga, because you were probably going to trade him anyway. Hopefully I get this right. It says devil in limbo. Okay. At this point, I feel so bad for him. He deserves better. Devil in limbo. I'm assuming you mean Kuminga. And I'll say this to you about Kuminga. He didn't have to sign a contract for $25 million. He's making $25 million. He and his agent knew what they were getting themselves into. And at the age of 22, 23, hey, man, I mean, you have to deal with adversity in life. It's work is not always fun. You're not always going to like your coach. Sometimes your coaches don't always tell the truth. Sometimes they reveal themselves. Deal with it. I mean, I had coaches that I didn't necessarily like all the time or the way they coached me. The only time I was upset was when I didn't play. I wanted to play. So if Steve Kerr benches Kuminga like he did, work your ass off in practice. Get back out on the court. Try harder. That's the one thing about basketball and sports, particularly basketball, because only 5 players. If you are playing really well and you're helping your team, your teammates will have your back. Your teammates will be like, yo, coach, you bugging. Why isn't Kuminga out in the court? We can't win without this guy. But they're not saying that because they're seeing what everybody else is seeing. Your feelings are hurt. Consciously, unconsciously, you're affected by being benched and you're not as productive. That sucks. Frank, do you feel the same way? I do, in that the veterans on the Warriors are pissed because Pods is playing so much. I don't know about pissed because I think they probably like him. The Pod's ego, they probably don't like, but being around him every day in practice, they probably like him. He's probably not as arrogant as he projects. Do I think that they feel that he's like the teacher's pet or he gets a longer piece of the rope than anybody else? Hell yeah, absolutely. We've all played sports, but we know that coaches do that. And we know that coaches, particularly at the NBA level, they don't have to answer the players if they truly don't want to. So I don't think it's a personal thing with Pods. Do they sometimes wonder whether or not he would be playing as much for another team? Sure they do, because they're human. But I think they probably like him as a person. A lot of these guys, Stephen Curry included, with Draymond, even Jimmy Butler being drafted. Jimmy Butler, I believe, was drafted 27th overall. But all of these guys have had to come up and be the underdog. So there's a part of Pods' very elaborate perception of his ability that they can appreciate. But when you start making comments like, I want to be better than Stephen Curry, stop it, man. Just stop it. Especially when your perimeter defense is as bad as his is. Just a terrible perimeter defensive player. His offense is actually improving some. But defensively, I think he's regressed defensively. Arthur says, Bill, don't think Kerr has coached a star big man before, but as a 68-year-old elder myself, challenging challenges keep me going in life. Okay, dig that. How about that? I love you guys. Awesome. Mr. Goat says the Warriors might need to start post. If I had any hair, Quentin Post would have me pulling it out. This dude could have a career if he would stop whining to officials and just continue to play tough physical basketball. He's not a physical, and here's the irony. He's actually improved. Quentin Post has improved defensively, which kind of tells you how bad defensively he was, because he's not a good defender. It's frustrating for me to watch him get dominated physically at times and then turn to the referee with his hands like this, saying, yo, man, if only we had the live mics of what the officials say about some of these players. That would be funny. That would really be funny. If you had like the super elite package where you get the officials' audio talking back to the players. Another way to make money is coming, by the way. Yeah. Devil in Limbo says, I am starting to reminisce. Is that reminisce? Yeah. Reminisce that one game where J.K. Pods and Moody all scored over 20. It feels like it was all a dream now. Yeah. I mean, Moody kind of, I'm a big fan of Moses Moody, but Moody pisses me off sometimes. Moody sometimes is inconsistent, and it's not anybody else's fault but his. I mean, you shouldn't score 32 points one game and then have like single digits the next game. I mean, he needs to really define who he is as a player. If you're going to be your iteration of Malik Monk, just somebody who gets buckets, then be that guy. Be that guy. Be whoever you are. But be that guy consistently. He's not doing that. That bothers me because I think it's in him. When Buddy Hield plays well, I want to pray. I want to say a prayer. Seriously. I don't have any confidence in Buddy Hield. Even when he plays well, I'm shocked. I'm like, okay, I need to say another prayer. And he is playing horrible basketball right now. And he's another person who seemingly people like. But that doesn't matter on the court. This dude's making $8 million a year. RC Rules, in all seriousness, retired in Thailand. How is it? Was it a good decision? As you know, I've been in Thailand quite a bit. But you retired there. Something I think about sometimes, because I know the cost of living, how nice the people are. Educate me and the audience. I assume you like it, but give us a little knowledge on why it's a great place to retire, or what are some of the challenges that you have to endure also. Bill says, yes, that's true. Wemby is a versatile tool. No question. What's up, Keith? He says, what's up, Frank? Ayuk is acting very irrational. I hope there's nothing wrong mentally with him. Yeah. Look, let me ask you a question, though. What would you do? I mean, it isn't like the 49ers canceled his guarantees last week. They did this in July. So as I mean, I'm not saying that, like, I wouldn't be in that situation because I'm more of a person, like, I grew up trying to please coaches and just working hard. But I don't think everybody is the same. I mean, if somebody just erases, I don't know how much he was owed next year in guaranteed money, let's say it's $30 million, which is not unreasonable. It has to be kind of a shock to a system. Wouldn't you say that? How would you respond? Would you be like, well, let me go out there and do everything I can do? Or would you act irrationally like I think you believe Brandon Ayuk is doing? I think the information should have been public, personally. I do. I think it should have been public. Because that would have given fans an idea of what's going on. Because I don't know any athlete that after he or she is hurt pretty seriously, still ripped up his entire knee, would be really excited about going back on the field and putting themselves in harm's way when the organization has deemed that it was appropriate to take millions of dollars from you. I've listened to some podcasts. I was actually listening to Larry comment on it, and he said that it seems like the 49ers are okay with the arrangement, and it doesn't appear that Ayuk is going to fight it. So there'll be a parting of the ways. If it's as clean as that, then I'm okay with it because he's been paid $48 million. And there was clearly other teams interested in Brandon Ayuk before he signed with the 49ers. The 49ers didn't think that any of those teams were good trade partners. Or the people who wanted to make a trade, the 49ers did not like what they were getting back on the back end for the trade. One of those scenarios played out. Austin Rule says, Frank, that's what makes a good coach. Knowing what he can't control, self-awareness. I agree, but like I said before, coaches are regular people. They have egos, tremendous egos. You think Steve Kerr doesn't have an ego? Come on. Steve Kerr has a big ego. And all the players have big egos. So it's a give and take situation. The irony is Steve Kerr is known as a guy who really coaches veteran players very well. Why not coach all the players well? The difference between veterans and young players is veterans have already done it. They've kind of proven themselves. Jonathan Kuminga hasn't proven himself yet. But I think that at this stage of his career, it's not absurd for him to think that he should be treated like one of the veterans. He's been around that long. Bill says, Frank, I think the Warriors signed JK just to shut him up, and he signed the contract because he knows he's going to be out of here soon. And that's a hell of a lot of money. Yeah. Yes, it is. And I also think too, and this is fair. Had he signed for the $6 million, I don't know how much it was, but had he signed for the last year of his contract, he would have got some pushback from his teammates. That's pretty obvious. Because all of those guys know at the end of the day, it's business. It isn't a love affair that organizations try to communicate to fans. No, it's business. And these four veteran players, Al Horford, Stephen, Jimmy, and Draymond, they think that they have a shot at winning the championship with Jonathan Kuminga or with someone who is of similar talent. That proposition can't happen if Jonathan Kuminga doesn't have a contract that is a tradable contract to get somebody who's good on the back end. So there were phone calls. There were phone calls being made by players to Jonathan Kuminga. The players pretty much stated that. So he was in a tough situation. Emotionally, financially, it was pretty much a no-brainer. $25 million, really? Versus 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever it was. But yeah, I think Steve Kerr and the Warriors could have handled this better by just putting him out on the court. Benching him? Nah, man. I don't agree with it. Coach him. Coach him up. Putting him on the bench is not coaching him. Not at this level. Coach him up. Limit his responsibilities. There's a lot of coaches who would love to coach Jonathan Kuminga. Love him. Aussie Rules says, NBA, OKC dominating the league. Detroit, very surprising. Worst of first in 2 years. It is surprising. I didn't think they would be this good that fast. But they got a good coach. They got a superstar player in Cade Cunningham. And they got a guy in Jaren Duren, who is a beast and clearly was under-evaluated. This guy, you put him back in that draft that he came out in, he's a top 5 pick, top 7 pick. So they got 2 all-star players on their team. And they got a bunch of young cats who have really bought into the Detroit culture. They play hard. And without going back to 1992, they got a bunch of edge players. It's not dirty, but they play to the whistle and they play physical basketball. A lot of these teams in the NBA are intimidated by physical basketball. Why? Because they're not used to it. They didn't grow up playing that style of basketball. Fortunately for Detroit, they're not a bunch of brutes who can't play basketball. They happen to have skills also. So when you mix the skills that they have and the superstar talent and leader that they have in Cade Cunningham, and you combine that with some real physicality, they dominate teams. They really do. Key says Chip Kelly got fired today. What a dumb hire. Everyone knows he's a college or nothing else. He wasn't a great pro coach with the 49ers or with Philly, even though he went to the playoffs with Philly. The Raiders are a mess. Let's just start there. Geno has not played great this year. He's played bad. I don't think he's that bad. I haven't seen a game when Geno wasn't under fire. Genty, the running back, I'm not going to call the guy a draft bust. I'm not going to do that. He's too young. But he has not been good. The wide receiving core is the worst in the NFL. They got 2 really good tight ends, but the wide receiving core collectively is the worst in the NFL. They got, 1 star on defense? This is not a good football team. You can't convince me that Pete Carroll is that bad of a football coach. I don't believe it. I can't not be attracted to the silver and black. The Raiders are a team that I covered for over 10 years in Oakland. Right now, I am so unemotionally attached to the Raiders. I don't feel good about that, but I am. Raiders are, and I don't have any confidence that they will get a high draft pick and draft the right player. Even if you draft a quarterback, It's going to take some time. Ja was talking shit and pointed his finger in Clay's face the other night. What a bum. Bad look. And I mean, you heard the interview after the game when Clay expounded on his thoughts about Ja. And what was so sharp about what Clay was saying was Clay did not go ghetto. It wasn't a whole lot of expletives. It wasn't tearing him down. He basically said, yo, this is a shame, because he sees the writing on the wall. And I mean, listen, I don't care what kind of strife you have with a player. You don't call Klay Thompson a bum. You're a bum now. Klay Thompson is class personified. He's one of the true handful of ambassadors in the NBA. He's a four-time champion, Hall of Famer. He's going to have some semblance of a statue up. You call this guy a bum? It's just, you know, I mean, hey, man. The NBA is so powerful. The NBA will get rid of you. I don't care who you are. No one player is bigger than the league. Not even 5 players is bigger than the league. Basketball is a game that people love all around the world. As popular as the NBA is now, what do you think is going to happen 10 years from now? When maybe the best player in the league is from an African country. Can you imagine the ratings? Remember when people were saying that, yo, a lot of these guys are getting out of the NBA and this league is going downhill. Really? The NBA, the ratings are up 15% now. The ratings are as good as they've been now since like a decade ago. The NBA is solid. And they want to make sure that the players in this league are representing their product as exemplary as they can. Detroit Pistons, Luke Walton, an assistant coach. Yeah, I like Luke. I like Luke because his father was my favorite player. R.I.P. to Bill Walton. And Luke Walton, I mean, everything about him says he's a good guy. I don't know if he's a head coach. I don't know if he is. I think he would be a hell of a college head coach. But an NBA head coach where you got to really deal with a lot of different personalities and not always in the best light. I don't know if he's a head coach or not. I don't know. He needs to be more arrogant. He's not arrogant enough. JJ Redick, why is he winning? Because JJ Redick is as arrogant as Luka and LeBron. He's very arrogant. He's also very skilled. He also knows the game. He can coach his ass off. But you need to be arrogant to be a successful coach at that level. You better be, or you have no chance. Bill, that's not a foregone conclusion. I can see Luke Walton on the Warriors bench again. Absolutely. Devo in limbo. Yeah, but come on. Had so much better. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, You're talking about Moody. When I said, if you want to be Malik Monk, then be him. Aesthetically, I don't necessarily like the way Malik Monk plays basketball, but I would never say he's not good because he knows who he is. I mean, this guy's had. I mean, listen. You don't know my stance. I'm gonna tell you my stance. There is no such thing as a 10-year flop. Malik Monk has been paid by 2, 3, 4 organizations. Dude is an established NBA player. The Kings gave him an $80 million contract, set for life. Key says, in hindsight, would you trade Kuminga and Pods for marketing? Not for $239 million. No. Would I trade for him? I mean, I said even last year, I mean, you listen to the program, I said that marketing is somebody who I would trade for now. The problem with that is Jonathan Kuminga would never work in Utah. Never. So unless it was a 3-teamer, it's not going to work. But I have tremendous respect for marketing's talent and his game. But when he signed a contract for $239 million, I would not have given him that much money. I mean, he would have to prove it to me in less years or every year. Because he seems to get tired physically or mentally, and he checks out. And all of a sudden the L's start coming. So I still don't totally believe in him. I believe in his talent more than I believe in him. He's a very talented guy, and he puts up big numbers. But is he the type of player that's going to lead my team when things are not going well? Is he comfortable being a high echelon defensive player? Because he has the ability. Why can't he be a good defensive player? Aussie Rules says, I'm a big fan of Luke Walton too. Yeah, I like him. Yeah. Aussie Rules says, yes, love retirement in Thailand. Been coming here since the late 80s. Own my own condo. Wow. Cheaper cost of living, friendly people, good infrastructure. Aussie Rules, man. Got me thinking about booking my ticket and make a trip over there next summer. And if I do, I know we'll hook up. I know that. Bill, that's what I thought. He said, Aussie, can you own property there? Because I had heard some things around ownership while I was there. But you would know. You own it. You own a condo. So. Glendosha says, what do you think of the Kenyon Martin, Draymond Green beef? Oh my God. Okay. I did not know that I was going to get to this. This is what I think. I think that when primarily Black athletes were locked out of media opportunities with the exception of a few, they were angry collectively. And I'm generalizing a little bit, but they were angry. And they were angry because they said the media industry is misrepresenting us. We don't have an opportunity to tell our own stories. Okay. Then all of a sudden, the proliferation of YouTube, podcasting actually became a thing. It actually became a thing that anybody could do, and you could actually make really good money doing it. So all of a sudden, a lot of these players, and I'm not going to say Kenyon, it could be any former athlete. A lot of these guys know how hard it is to work for organizations. They burn bridges. They can, essentially, some of them can't get hired. They would never get hired. So the podcasting field is something that a lot of them are falling into with various levels of success. What they found out is if you have a podcast like mine, and you generally keep it about sports, you'll build an audience, but it's going to be a certain type of audience. You're probably not going to go viral. You might not make money. You got to do a lot of work. You need to know your facts. It has to be a passion, not something that you aspire to make money at. If you make money at it, then great. But if that is your number one objective, you're probably going to be disappointed because it's not a passion. This is a passion of mine. I like doing it. I'm good at it. I like doing the research. I like talking about sports. I don't like talking about people. What these athletes found is that if they talk about other individuals, it's more exciting to a larger group or a larger audience. They could go viral. They could make more money. Every generation of athlete is a little jealous of the athletes that come after them. It's a natural thing. Because making millions of dollars and living lavish lifestyle, I guess it's pretty good. I guess it's pretty fun. But when you're not playing anymore, you can become irrelevant. If you don't build a new sense of relevancy in your post-playing career. A lot of these guys are not relevant. They got bad backs. They can't run. They may not be able to express themselves verbally as well as others. So their worlds become a lot smaller. They don't like that. So they start to talk about each other. I don't like to see that. I don't. I think it tears the athletes down. It tears black people down. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I don't do it. If I'm going to make a comment, it's going to be based on intelligence, and I'm going to build a thesis. I happen to know how to write. I like writing. This is what I said. If you ask the question, who is the most talented basketball player, Kenyon Martin or Draymond Green? It's Kenyon Martin. If you ask who has had a better basketball career, it's not even a question. It's Draymond Green. If you ask me which career would I want to have, Kenyon Martin's or Draymond Green's? Draymond Green. Basketball and all three major sports have evolved exponentially over the past 20 years. One of my favorite players during my childhood was Buck Williams. Buck Williams was a tremendous power forward in the 90s, right? 80s, 90s. Buck Williams can't do the things that Draymond Green could do. Neither can Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin can't grab the rebound and dribble up the court, and Draymond Green can run a half-court offense. Draymond Green is a really versatile defensive player. You know what, listen. To me, it's not even an argument. There's a difference between who's the most talented player versus who is the best player. couple that with the fact that eras change. The NBA now, and this is not my era as a player, the game is so much more sophisticated today than it was 20 years ago. It's not even a question. The coaches are better. They didn't have no analytics 20, 25 years ago. 2-for-1, trapping, zones, and none of that stuff existed. At the end of the day, you can't compare eras. You can compare talent and skill level. In terms of just talent, physical talent, I give it to Kenyon Martin. In terms of basketball player, I think Draymond's a better basketball player. But there's other stuff, like, someone being a tough guy, a fake tough guy. This, that. You know what? Listen, I don't care how tough a person you are. In this era of basketball, I don't care how tough you are. You would have a hard time making a living because the game has changed. It's a $1 billion industry. They don't want their players getting hurt. They don't want to see guys fighting. They don't want that being headline news. No. So if you're one of those guys who has, the inclination to always handle your challenges in a physical sense, you wouldn't make it in this era. You would have to adjust how you solve problems. It doesn't mean you can't be physical. But even if Draymond Green came in as a rookie right now, I don't think he would be a 15-year player. The game has changed. It's too costly to be a, quote, tough guy in today's NBA. You can't do it. It costs you too much money. Millions upon millions of dollars. And then they would get you out of the league. So I don't like these arguments. I don't. I mean, and partly because I've seen all these players play. And I also understand the nuance of basketball. I would ask the question, how many assists did Kenyon Martin average? I don't know. I know he was a hell of a talent. He put big numbers up. But at the end of the day, the only thing that I know is winning. I don't know anything else but winning. I know that Kenyon Martin did not average as many points as Alex English. He was a phenomenal offensive player. He never won a championship. Was that his fault? No, it wasn't his fault. But if you're not winning a championship, if that isn't the goal, and Kenyon went to 2 finals, he had an above average NBA career. But I think that it was also checkered. I mean, if I'm Kenyon, I'm like, yo, my career speaks for itself. He had a very good career. Draymond Green has nothing to be ashamed about. I mean, you can't look at Draymond Green's numbers and draw any conclusions about his talent. The dude is, I mean, literally, he's one of the smartest players ever to play basketball. He's one of the best screeners, passers, box outers, defensive players. The game has changed, which has allowed him to utilize all of these wonderful skills that he has. The game's different. I don't like it. I don't like the argument. I don't like it. I think I like being respectful. I think you can do that. You can be critical of people without getting personal, because to me, I always, well, not always, but I identify, some resentment sometimes when you got these younger players making all this money and living these wonderful lives, and these older players, their time is gone. I don't hear I don't hear Dr. J making, statements about players that he was much better than. I don't. Did you hear the comment that Rick Barry made to Azubuike? Now, I think I heard him say, I'm joking, but wasn't that weird? You guys know what I'm talking about. When Rick Barry came on and he was talking about shooting underhanded, and Azubuike said, I tried, but it just didn't work for me. And then Rick Barry said, well, it doesn't matter. You weren't a player anyway. Did you guys hear that? Now, I think Rick Barry might have really quick said, I'm joking, but I'm not sure. Azubuike didn't hear that. Bob Fitzgerald didn't appear to hear that. It was really awkward. It was very awkward. Cleveland had 10 sacks. Myles Garrett has 18 for the year. And all the conversation tomorrow will be about Shedeur. The defense won that game. No question about that. No question about it. And we all know how great Myles Garrett is. He's awesome. Myles Garrett has 13 sacks in the last 3 games. He's a beast. He's an absolute beast. And he wrecked the game for the Raiders. He did. Now, that doesn't make what Shedeur did any less impressive. What he did was very impressive. He didn't shatter any records, but there was a lot of people who were expecting him to fall on his face, hoping and praying, on Ouija boards that he would fall on his face, and he didn't. He did not fall on his face. He actually, he only had a 50% passing percentage, but there was 3-4 drops? He made some plays. This dude made some real plays out there. And if he can allow himself to be coached up and not doing all these twists and turns going backwards and just throw the ball away, I don't see any reason why Shedeur cannot be a successful NFL quarterback. And he was not a 5th-round talent. No way. You mean like Giannis? Laugh out loud. Give me more context on that, Devil Limbo. Totally agree with you, Frank, about Clay. Imagine if he didn't have those catastrophic injuries. Yeah, it's tough, part of the game. Clay's won 1,000 times, and I don't know how many years. I don't know how many years Clay's going to play. I don't like to see Clay not showing some remnants of his old self. It doesn't mean that he needs to play 30 some odd minutes, but if he's going to be on the court and he has a wide open shot, I want to see the ball go in. I want to see the ball go in. And right now, it's not consistently doing that. But what a class act, future Hall of Famer. He should not be disrespected by anybody in the game of basketball. True, my coach growing up was very arrogant. Absolutely. Why? Because they don't play. Coaches are not playing. I'm a coach. Think about this. Dude, you know the unmitigated gall you have to think that you can impact the game without even playing? Players decide the game. That's the reality of it. But as a coach, you have to find a way to make yourself useful. And many coaches do. You better be arrogant to do that. I tell a coach, yo, put me in. You want to win? Put me in. That's how we're going to win. There wasn't any plays to design. No, put players in positions to do well. Coaches earn their checks in practice. They get you prepared to perform on stage. That's what coaches do. Jimmy Buss fired her brothers. Any thoughts? Don't let that cute little smile fool you. That's all I tell you. I don't think it was totally her who did it, but I think the new owner probably said, "Well, what do you think?" And she was like, do what you think is best. Do what you do. Do what you think is best. Should I give him a life raft? I don't think we have any more left. So that's what I think happened. But again, nobody in business is a nice guy or a nice person, nice woman. It's tough. And the guy, Walter, the new owner of the Lakers, he wanted to clean slate, really. I don't know how long Jenny Buss is going to be there. She'll be there for a little while longer, then at some point she won't be there. Now they were able to retain, I guess, 10% ownership of the team. So they'll be able to, have their suites and come to games and stuff. So, all of us have a course of life where you're not going to be doing the same thing anymore. So I'm not shocked that the brothers were not there, because there appeared to be some, if not personal strife, but in terms of how they saw themselves within the organization, decisions, so on and so forth. What I didn't know about the Buss brothers was, give those cats some credit. They found some real gems in the draft that have worked out. So if they are really about this, this scouting life, they'll get jobs. They're already rich. What do you want to do? I think they maybe are looking at some other opportunities, but when they start slicing that billionaire pie up, they got their share. They're doing pretty well. Devil says, I don't trust any player. In this case, Monk. That was, what's that? Booked upside by the GOAT. Explain that for me. I didn't really get that. Let me read this. I don't trust any player that was bumped. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it now. All right, right. When Monk was in Charlotte and Jordan hit him upside the head. I get it. Yeah. That was interesting, right? That's not something you see every day. But when it's Jordan and you're a young player, you got to eat that. How good are the Magic? Can they make the finals? No. They should win a playoff series. If Mosley doesn't win a playoff series, then he's probably not going to be there. They got good young talent. I think Baines is a good pickup, but their lack of shooting, they don't have a real finisher. They don't have it. I think if we look back at that draft, you look at Ben Caro versus Chet, I think Chet's going to be a better player throughout his career because he's more balanced. Ben Caro is a really talented guy. He can put up a lot of numbers, but at some point, skill has to take over. They don't have a finisher on that team, and I think that is going to be their death knell. They'll lose against teams that do have finishers, i.e. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Brunson, those types of players. Jason Tatum, when he comes back, they don't have that guy. So they're still searching. They don't have it. Double Limbo says, I think this is a huge distraction to the team. Apparently, Dre was not there for practice. I don't know the context of what you're talking about. Educate me a little bit more. Bill says, there is no single YouTube email ID, instead a YouTube account linked to a Google account. So the email is your Google account. Okay. All right. You guys are having a proper conversation. Okay. Yeah, Dre is really good. He can also shoot threes. You had me at threes. I don't know. He's really struggling right now. Frank, did you hear Rick? Yeah, okay. Frank, did you hear Rick Barry's comment? And it was pretty crazy. I mean, Kalina didn't have much of a point scoring career, so Rick was probably saying that. I mean, I just was like, all of the negative comments about Rick Barry, they don't go away, but they start to dissipate as he gets older and people get older and less removed from this vintage narrative of Rick Barry as a player. But that was not, I don't know. I mean, wasn't a good look. Wasn't a good look for television. Wasn't a good look for the Warriors. I don't know if Rick was trying to be funny, he was trying to be mean, if he was serious. I have no idea, but that was weird, man. It's really weird. Key says, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game tomorrow. 38-28, Niners. I'll take that. That's not far-fetched. I think the Niners will definitely put points up, but I think Carolina will put some points up as well. We covered a lot of the things that I wanted to talk about. One of the things I want to talk about is I have a movie review. I saw an enchanting movie last night called Rental Family, directed by, I believe this is a gentleman by the name of Hikari, Japanese filmmaker and writer, starring Brendan Fraser. And Brendan Fraser is finding these roles, kind of like, he's finding, now I'm only talking about The Whale, his previous role. But this role is similar to The Whale, but different. He's a guy living in Japan looking for substance and fulfillment in his life. And he finds it by providing a service to people in need of something. And this is a movie that you gotta see. Rental Family is excellent. Not a bad performance in the movie. I love the fact that it's highlighting the wonderful geography of Japan. The Japanese culture resonates throughout this movie. A great story, a great premise. This movie is going to get some nominations. There's a young girl who is absolutely brilliant. And I'm just really taken by the level of storytelling in Rental Family. I don't want to tell you too much, but you will love this film. All right. All of the loose ends get tied up neatly at the end. And I love it when I like movies that don't cost a whole lot of money to make, and the essence is the story. I love that. So Brendan Fraser, another home run. Good on him. Watch Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I give it a solid B, especially in comparison to the last one. I thought it was decently clever. Script didn't bother me. I didn't think it was a great script. The tricks and the illusion, the magistry. Yeah. I liked all that stuff, but the script I thought was not great. If they made another one, I'll probably watch that one too, because I like the premise of it. But glad you liked it. A B is solid. I think you'll like Rental Family even more. So you're my guy Frantic Rage in terms of movies. So make sure you check that one out. If you have another recommendation for me, let me know. I'm going to go to the movies on Thanksgiving night too. That's one of my rituals. After I have a nice meal, I go to the movies. I think I'm going to watch that George Clooney movie. It looks pretty interesting. So tomorrow night, 49ers have a big game against Carolina. An opportunity to move to 8-4, and then possibly 9-4 next Sunday against Cleveland. I think that's going to be a tough game, and set themselves up for the playoffs. The Brandon Ayuk scenario is weird. I don't have high hopes that he's going to play this year. I don't. I just don't. I think you got two sides that don't like each other. I think Jonathan Kuminga will play. When, I have no idea. But that whole scenario by which all of this positivity that was starting to develop was gone after game 6 or 7. And I don't think that it had to happen. I just don't believe that. I think that it wasn't by mistake that Kuminga was benched. I think you could communicate that message in a different way. I actually like verbal coaches. I don't mind coaches that get in your face. I don't mind coaching. I'm not saying embarrass players on the court, but I'm not uncomfortable even with. If Phil Jackson wanted to get with you on the court, he would do it. He didn't care who you were. He would do it. And you know what? Now get back out there. Jonathan Kuminga, I need you to do this right now. Get out there and do it. Don't sit him on the bench for the rest of the game. I don't like that. That's not something that I like. But I haven't won 4 championships, by the way, if you didn't know. Bill says, thanks for the movie suggestion, Frank. Yeah, check it out and let me know what you think. All right, everybody. This is a weekly treasure for me. I want to thank you. As you know, I am horrible at promoting the show. I haven't said hit the like button one time. I didn't say subscribe to the channel one time. Hopefully you have. If you're listening for the first time, but hit the like button. It certainly helps the algorithm. I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. If I ever get to 1,000, that would just be crazy. That would be awesome. What is up? Hey, Big Frank. I'm gonna see your show in the future. I appreciate you. Do me a favor. Spell your name out so I know who you are. Like I see the email address, but spell it out for me, just so I know how to address you. All right, I'm gonna chill for a minute so you can do that. Kings beat the Nuggets with a night. Westbrook played well. Yeah, I mean, you know, so the Kings are what? Are they 4-13 now? Love it. Jingok. Is that Jingok? Thank you, Jingok. I appreciate you. Thanks, Frank. Peace and blessings. Yes. May everyone out here have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I mean, we use Thanksgiving as a moniker. When I think of Thanksgiving, I think of people eating, bellies being fed. If there's a way for you to pay it forward this week and do something nice for somebody, do it. Do it. It'll warm your heart. No way a country as large as ours should have any people without food. That's crazy. So, thank you for joining me in conversation. I appreciate you. Says your content is way underrated for the amount of likes. Yeah, I'm not a good promoter, you know. It's like this little jewel though. that Jin Gok, that only the cool people know about. That's not bad either. Aussie Rules, happy Thanksgiving. All from Bangkok. Man, my favorite meal on Khao San Road is rice with prawns, with vegetables, with that little sauce they put on there. Oh my God. A fresh glass of freshly squeezed orange juice or lemon juice. Oh man. I could eat that every day. Love it. Love it, love it. Jin Gok says, you're going to explode in viewers soon, possibly. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I would appreciate that, but I'm very, very happy with the community that we are building. It is outstanding. All right, everybody. Maybe I'll step in this week. I might have a little free time. If something happens, I think I might do a show. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a show probably Wednesday. Be on the lookout for Wednesday. Thanksgiving Eve. Maybe I'll do a show then. All right. I'll do my thing. Get out of here. Everybody be safe. If you're flying, if you're driving, you can get there. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. All right. Success in getting paid is a manifestation of the whole process. If you as an individual don't do things to help other people make their lives better, as far as I'm concerned, you haven't done nothing. Good night, peace, pay it forward, and everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Good night, everybody. Peace.